Coach, we saw some good defensive moments tonight, particularly in that second quarter. But then, late, it's a similar scenario in terms of other teams' experience kind of takes over. What do your guys need to learn about closing these games?
It's understanding that it's a complete game you got to put together. I thought the starting lineup last game came out great. Tonight, couldn't get into that rhythm. We give up 44 points in the first quarter. And we end up fighting our way all the way back, like we usually do, and then we get into that fourth quarter, and you really got to bunker down, execute on both ends of the floor, and for the most part, they got us on a couple of things that broke it open.
Trey Burke and Enes Kanter were two of your best players on the floor tonight. First of all, what do you see from them, and also what kind of message does that send in terms of their perseverance here?
Well, that's what I'm preaching to these guys. Like, they're never out of the loop, and to stay ready. And I'm always come back to them. As we look at guys and look at combinations and things like that, nothing is in stone, and to keep a clear head and don't get caught up in, storylines about this or that, because I'm going to come right back to you and give you that opportunity. And I thought both of those guys have really kept themselves ready.
And for Mitchell Robinson, 5 fouls, and so much of that comes down to experience. But what is he not seeing that he needs to do differently?
Step behind on some basic NBA actions where he's reacting to the play instead of anticipating the play. And usually that leads to some kind of touch foul. Same with Kevin. They run an action that they haven't seen. All of a sudden, their survival instincts kick in. They reach, grab, and they get those cheap fouls. So it's the education of learning the NBA package of what teams run, how you see them before they start. Okay, I know this play, but we got to take a lap for that. And these guys are going to have to go through that, and they're going to, eventually come around where they start to recognize stuff.
You talked about a focus on defense, but I think that's 128 at least in 4 out of the last 5.
It's a quarter every game. If you really go back through all of them, it's one quarter where the doors get blown off right now. And I can't put my thumb on it. It's a different guy every game. It's different mistakes every game, but it's a quarter. And somehow I got to get it to where we can get 48 minutes out of this group. But, there are some bright spots that I'm seeing to different things that's happening with these guys. Obviously, again, the way we continue to fight and compete throughout games. But ultimately, you got to do a lot more of the details to beat good ball clubs.
You had a long way to go to get back into the game. You just didn't have anything left in the fourth quarter from climbing that mountain?
Well, it was a part of that, and we're in good shape. It was just, again, I don't know if those were fatigue mistakes or youthful mistakes or whatever they are. I just know they were mistakes that we made in the fourth defensively that ended up costing us. And like I said, a good team is going to take advantage of those every time.
You didn't see Aaron Gordon the first meeting a week ago. I mean, he came out on fire. I mean, did the team not expect that?
That was no fun. They were already a handful without him. But Aaron Gordon is a high-level player. He's one of the top 1% athletes in this league. The fact that he's now making his 3 with that athleticism and ability to put the ball on the floor that's a scary thought. And he's really grown over his time in the NBA.
Was Kevin, not high energy enough tonight? It seems to be not as aggressive as
it was. That's what you see out of rookies, man. It's one night it's wow, they did this. The next night it's like, where's he at? And that's what we go through until you can get them to understand consistency, the consistency of competition. Every single night, people are going to be coming at you, trying to expose you, try to get you in foul trouble, try to beat you up. And so he's just got to get used to that. And that's part of the growth is getting his butt kicked a little bit and then coming back and fighting the next day.
You talked about wanting Frank to be more aggressive. I think he didn't take a shot today till late in the third or early fourth quarter. Do you need more from him on that end?
I'm not even stressing it. I just want him out there. He did a great job on Ross, I thought, defensively, really competed his butt off. We scored enough points. This is a defensive thing as a group that we got to get a handle on, especially for whatever quarter it is. We just got to make sure we don't give up that one quarter that just breaks the game open, that 40-point quarter. And if we can get our hands around that, we give ourselves a lot better chance to win games.
I know you're going offense, defense with him sometimes with Frank. Is it something you would like to get some more offense to be able to play him steady, though?
Yeah, and that's just going to be a matter of him getting there. You know, I can't force feed that. You know, it's just him taking his shots when he's open, taking his opportunities to be aggressive when he has it. You know, but at the same time, the offensive end of our floor for our team in general, I really like the last 2 games. We've had a good pace, a good flow. We've scored more than enough points. But now we got to get a stranglehold on that defensive quarter where we can really keep giving ourselves a better chance.